All right. Good morning, everybody. This is Coffee with Chris. I'm Chris Speary. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Happy Monday. If you're listening to this with me live, it's Monday morning. It's a cold day in Arlington, Texas, and maybe your joints are a little achy. Maybe your bed feels comfortable. Maybe you feel like today is just gonna be a soft day. Maybe you're just gonna take it easy. But remember that Mondays are more than just a calendar, right? There's so many sayings, so much culture built around Monday. Ugh, I hate Mondays. Mondays are the worst. I can't stand Monday. It's the beginning of the week. You have the rest of the week ahead of you if this is your work week. But what most people don't realize is your Mondays are 1/7 of your life. You will have so many Mondays in your lifetime, and you get to choose how you spend them. Are they going to be a horrible day just because, Monday? Or are they going to be the day that sets you up for the rest of the week? Is this going to be the day where you build momentum in the direction that you've been wanting to go? Thinking about, knowing in the back of your mind what you should do, could be doing, but instead you choose not to because you take the comfortable route. Because, I'll get to it tomorrow, next week, the next day. Instead of taking action on it, now do something today that gets you closer to where you want to be. If you haven't had breakfast yet, why don't you go drink some water and try fasting until noon? See what that does for you. Maybe give your body a little bit of a reset. If you're the type of person who really dreads exercise, why don't you make it a point to go get 15 minutes of exercise in today so that you can say you did it? If you tee yourself up and set yourself up to be the person who you want to be on Monday, how you show up on Monday, Tuesday's just going to be easier. Wednesday's just going to be easier. You're giving yourself the opportunity that if something happens during the week, you at least have today to base the rest of your momentum off of. If you're slow getting out of bed, well, speed it up. Get it together. Brush your teeth. Splash some cold water on your face. If you haven't drank any water today, stop everything you're doing and go drink water. I know this is Coffee with Chris, but if you're drinking coffee right now, you need to go drink 3 glasses of water, because if you're going to be dehydrated today, you're likely going to be dehydrated the rest of the week. Because if you're anything like me, and I'm not going to claim that anybody is, but if you work a regular job, if you work a 9 to 5 or something similar, or in my case, a 6:30 a.m. until like 9 o'clock p.m. job, your life doesn't stop. You work, you eat, you might go to the bathroom here and there, but most of the time you're either in your car picking kids up from school, dropping them off, or going one side of town or the other. If you don't make a point to treat yourself well, it's just going to add up. And what's worse is you're building the type of momentum that, I don't stop. I don't stop. You're going to get to the end of the week. You're going to be dehydrated, beat down, completely just used up and juiced dry, when you could take an extra little step today. Make it a point. Set the tone for your week, because Monday, you'll probably be doing a lot of the same stuff that you're going to be doing on Friday. So why don't you go ahead and set up the pattern? If you didn't pack a gym bag last night, why don't you pack one tonight? Maybe you don't go to the gym, but the discipline of packing the bag, making it easier for yourself. Because if you messed up this morning, and I'm sure a lot of you have, if you're already this far into the day, and it's like, man, I woke up late, I figured out exactly how long it takes me to get to work, so that's just, I got out the door, my little mini success was like, at least I got to work on time. Or maybe you're not even getting to work on time, or maybe you're not really showing up in your home. Maybe you're at home and you're not, there. You're just kind of halfway still asleep, halfway getting your day ready. You're not doing yourself any favors. You're setting the tone for your week. You're setting the tone for not just today, but this week, this month. Take action. Take control of that. It's your choice. You're not some zombie and not somebody pulling on the ropes on you like a little marionette doll. It's you. You're the marionette doll for yourself. So pick yourself up, brush yourself off, go get going on the week, because if you don't, nobody's going to push you. Nobody's going to do it for you, unless you got a wife like mine that's telling you get your butt out of bed and go make some money. I promise you, you are your only cheerleader. And you make the choice. And you make it easier on yourself or you make it more difficult based on the accumulation of your choices. Because if you identify as a type of person that gets out of bed, gets going, is full of energy, exercises regularly, eats well, if that's who you are in your mind and you reinforce it with the decisions you make, it only gets easier. Having discipline isn't about being rough and tough and doing stuff you don't want to do all the time just because, stay hard. It's not about that. What it is you need about this much discipline to build this much habit, right? You don't need to stay disciplined forever. All you need to do is build the habit. And like I said, what are you doing on Monday that you're not going to do on Friday? You're probably going to wake up at the same time. You're probably going to mistreat yourself in the morning and eat the same crappy breakfast that you normally do, probably some sugar cereal, or maybe you skip breakfast and drink some like crappy sugar-filled creamy coffee latte, whatever, from Starbucks, and that's your breakfast. But either way, what you're doing this morning, your routine this morning is probably your routine for the rest of the week. So think about that tomorrow as you're going. Be more conscious of that. And not only that, think about it right now. Think about the fact that it's not just your morning routine. It's your lunch routine, what you do at work, how you show up, how you behave, how you interact with people. Because, life isn't monotonous, but it is a little bit repetitive at times. And instead of letting the cycle continue, instead of letting the momentum accidentally slip away from you into having some cruddy week where you're filling yourself full of carbs and bad relationships and bad stuff in the news, look, man, if you're focusing in on what's happening outside in the world today, in a different state, in the next county over, in the next city over, even in your city, and you're not worrying about the four walls that immediately surround you, then you need to take a minute and focus back on reality. If you need some perspective, no one else is choosing to live your life for you. So don't choose to live anyone else's for them. Live your own life. Get back into your own shoes, back into your own seat, up off your butt, and go do something today that's going to get you a little bit closer to where you want to be. Because I promise you, if you mistreat today, then you're going to mistreat tomorrow just the same. So don't do that to yourself. Don't create the type of person in your mind where you think, tomorrow. Because there's no better time than today. That old little saying that says, when's the best time to plant a tree? 20 years ago. And guess what? The next best time to plant a tree is right now, today. So if you messed up this morning, that's fine. The best time to get off that funk and get back into the momentum and the groove that gets you to your destination, that gets you to happy, healthy, and successful, starts today, starts right now. So go do it. Stop listening to this. Get off of here and go for a run. Go call your boss. Go call a loved one you haven't talked to in a while. Take the opportunity to love as many people as you can today. I appreciate everybody for being here as always, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow on the next episode of Coffee with Chris.